Don't give us a borders, 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 unacceptable. Say it with your chest. I don't feel your frame, I don't pass your test. I don't tone it down, I don't play nice. I'm the price of truth in a world that lies. They look control more than love results. Love a soft voice when they say what. I was raised on a dead-end road. Church bell rusted, good times froze. Mama prayed hard, daddy drank strong. I learned survival before I learned wrong. Scars where the promises used to be, names carved deep in memory. Sheriff says I never changed, just learned how to live with the blame. I don't kneel, I don't beg, I don't wash these sins and lead. I just drive till the tank runs dry. Watch the truth in the rear view die. I got gravel in my blood, smoke in my lungs, a slow burn heart and a loaded tongue. If the devil's listening, tell him I'm numb. I don't fear hell, I'm already from it. I walk that line with a crooked grin. Don't ask where I'm going, that's where I've been. I ain't clean, I ain't young, I got gravel in my blood. Gas station lights, neon confessions, cheap beer wisdom, bad directions. Every town got a girl like a ghost. Every kiss tastes like what hurts the most. Mine stay loud when the night gets still. Thunder trap behind my wheel. Handshake hard when the road goes quiet. That's when the past starts to riot. But I don't chase dreams, I chase sleep. But sleep don't want a man like me. So I let it burn, let it run. Some lessons hurt till they're done, yeah. I got gravel in my blood, smoke in my lungs, slow burn heart and a loaded tongue. If the devil's listening, tell him I'm numb. I don't fear hell, I'm already from it. I walk that line with a crooked grin. Don't ask where I'm going, that's where I've been. I ain't clean, I ain't young, I got gravel in my blood. If I die tonight, don't dress me clean. Bury me where the roads have been. Put my name on a crooked sign. Say I live fast, but the life was mine. I got gravel in my blood, the fire inside, still breathing truth in a world that lies. If there's a light, it ain't up above, it's in the wreckage of the ones we love. I'm still here, still standing rough, still chasing peace in the sound of drums. I ain't saved, I ain't done, I got gravel in my blood. I got gravel in my blood. You feel that pressure? It's the swamp trying to fold you.
You know, that's exactly why I'm on here right now. You know, the swamp trying to fold me. The chaos, the bullshit of fucking life. Trying to drain me and exhaust me to the point that I wouldn't get on here and do that right now. So you know why? I'm on here in spite. I'm on here to tell life that it can suck my unvaxxed dick from the back. And I'm here to enjoy it. Yeah, the swamp's not gonna fucking fold me.
I'm I'm waking up for the sun, even thinks about bleeding, giving up. That pressure. It's the swamp trying to fold you. But you're made of iron and sin, ain't you? Let's get to digging, boy. The spirits are watching. Even thinks about bleeding, giving the hunger exactly what the hunger is feeding. I got a hammer in my hand and the hex on my heart. I'm pulling the ghosts of my failures apart. The sweat on my brow is the oil for the lamp. I'm building the palace in the rock and the damp. Every mile is a mountain, every step is a war. I'm kicking down the lock on the devil's back door. The mud is a magnet, it's pulling my knees, but I'm carving my name in the bark of the trees. The harder I labor, the more the hate shiver. I'm turning the blood into gold in the river, so I did walk through the fire and the silk. I'm building up a legacy on everything I built. Pavement in the muck and the black. I ain't never turning back. Don't stop, won't stop. Let the gators take a lick. I'm dead walking just to save my motherfucking swamp dead. I see a bone I can break. I'm taking the crumbs and I'm baking the cake. I'm working while the demons are catching disease. I'm praying to the hustle while I'm down on my knees. Even if the road is a circle of ash, I'm chasing the vision, I ain't chasing the cash. Billy, you're going nowhere. They scream from the shade, but I'm shopping in the edge of a rusted out blade. Dead walking through the thicket, dead walking through the pain. I'm finding the harvest in the pouring rain. The harder it gets, the more I'm alive. The swamp only loves the ones who survive. Hell no. I'm a steam engine fueled by the ghosts of the past. I'm built for the haul, and I'm built for the last. If the earth won't move, I'll push it aside.
To the ancestors, known and unknown, Ashe. To the gods, known and unknown, Ashe. All the praise, all the glory be to the Most High. What's going on, guys? It's your favorite cosmic warrior, Fat Gadget with another Galactic Transmission. Let's get a prayer in, and let's tap into the energy. Spirit, thank you for coming through. Thank you for guiding and protecting this message. Thank you for removing any negative energy from the area. Thank you for allowing this message to get to any and everyone it's intended to. And so it is.
Dead walking is the only way home. I reckon I'll just keep digging till the sun turns black.
Yeah, oh Jah guidance, every soul in search of light. The fire must ignite, peace in the heart, peace in the mind. Yeah, yeah. Them chase vanity, but love is divine. In the darkness, till the stars must shine. Carry the burden, yet we trod so kind. Roots and culture keep the balance aligned. Babylon pressure, but I never resign. Truth in the spirit, it cannot confine. Hear mama's prayer,
I can't ignore
sweetly
that.
remind. Only with love can the soul realign.
I can't ignore that. the way the song was talking about alignment, the way the song brought up resignment. You know, it's funny when my manager approached me and, you know, I told her to take the burdens off my shoulders I didn't agree to. Well, no, I did. I did by showing that I have these traits. I did by showing that I have initiative. I did by showing that I'm willing to put in the work. You know, but you know what else I'm showing? Vocally. It's visible. If you look at the appearance around my work, I'm doing what's asked of me, and I'm letting it be known. I'm doing what's asked of me, which is not my job title, not my duties. I'm being pulled in 20 different fucking which ways to help everyone else out. In which case, I'm neglecting my responsibilities, my duties. And so fine, if that's what you want to do, you're the management. You tell me what you want me to do. I'm paid to come here and work, not to think. That's your job. You tell me what you want me to do. But, you know, I notice everything around because I have attention to detail. I know what needs to be done. And, you know, there's plenty of stuff that it's irking me. But you know what? I've been working through my breaks. I've been working through my lunches. I've been working. But you know what? I stopped doing that. I'm forcing my lunches. I'm forcing. And I'm not doing this running around like chicken with my fucking head cut off bullshit. I'm not bending over backwards and fucking kissing everyone's fucking ass. No. Give me my work, tell me what you want me to fucking do, and leave me the fuck alone. A couple calls here and there, expected. But all fucking day long at everyone's beck and call? Nah, that shit's for the birds.
Until the morning finds the peace of my mind. Rastaman chant with the broken youth, sing them a song to reveal the truth. Every seed planted, it must bear fruit. Every lost spirit, your love reboots. Babylon system try break our way, but the righteous standing strong today. Words of the prophet still light the way. Peace in my heart when I kneel and pray.
In the silence I feel free.
Jaja whisper melodies,
Every chain will fall away.
when love alone rule the day.
Every chain falling away. You know what's interesting too? Every chain falling away. You know, when I first started going into this job, you know, it's interesting. Those are my verbal language, is saying, even thinking to go back into work in this matrix, it's putting a fucking chain on my soul. And it's fucking disrupting. I don't enjoy any fucking bit of it. But it allows me to help more people. It allows me to fuel this. It allows me to neglect my own needs and wants so that I can put into others that I've never even met, that probably skip through my videos and whatever. But eventually they might see it, which is why I fucking do it. Not for rewards right here and right now. That's interesting too. The work that I put in the 5D, well, even here in the physical, it's... I know it's the seeds that I'm planting in the 5D. You know, but shit here in the physical, it's like, you know, just like at work, you know, they try to approach me on, well, if you do this now, if you go over and beyond now, if you do this now, and all I'm hearing is, if I go over and beyond and bend over backwards and drain myself for a possibility of a reward. Well, okay, well, possibilities. Well, what if I possibly sit back and look back over the last year? And look at everything I was asked to learn, look at everything I willingly learned because I was asked to. And then now I'm training people to do it. Well, my paycheck doesn't reflect that I learned any of that. So when now I'm approached to learn new things and do new things, which is gaining more responsibility, which I don't want, I'm going to kindly decline. I'd rather not learn that. Because I take the time, I take the initiative, I show my ambition, I learn these things, and then guess what? Then I have the pleasure of doing 5 other people's jobs for the same price. I'm not okay with that. Temporarily is one thing, but consistently and without any fucking kickbacks, you want to dingle a carrot in front of my face and do a good job now for a possibility of a raise later. I like rewards now. I like being appreciated for the work that I'm putting in right fucking now. In the physical. Right? Which is interesting too, but don't we all? We want it now. I'm putting in the work in now. Where's my rewards now? That's interesting too, though. It's, you know, when it comes to like work and stuff like that, I've been taking advantage too much. So it's like, nah, It's kind of like, don't blow smoke up my ass. Fuck you, pay me. Either stop talking about it and just be about it. You know, I like rewards. Show me you appreciate me. You know, but when it comes to like the physical stuff or the spiritual and this and that, I guess I don't expect rewards. I don't need it. I do it because I'm led to do it. I do it because I want to do it. I don't go to work because I want to. I go to work because we have an arrangement. We have an agreement. Well, which is interesting too. Our arrangement, our agreement when I got the job was be their eyes and ears. Tell them, learn the work of things, learn how everything goes, be our eyes and ears. Let us know what's working, let us know what's not. And then now it turned from being the eyes and ears and learning this and that to being everyone's bitch and doing all the fucking work. Am I capable of it? Of course I am. But guess what? I turned down those positions. I turned down that money because I didn't fucking want it. And so here I am now because I said no to that. I don't know if it's upper management trying to manipulate me. I don't know if it's they just have they have ample amount of incompetence. I can tell you that. But I don't care enough to invest myself. And I don't think these people understand me when I said I will walk away from any and everything to protect my spiritual journey. And this has disrupted me so fucking much, and I've been so vocal. There are some changes being done, but you know, if push comes to shove, they don't understand. I'll walk away from any and fucking everything. They don't understand. That's why I'm here to begin with. That's why I'm here with nothing and no one. Because I walked away from fucking everything. You think I won't walk away from new people and new places I don't even fucking know? Are you fucking kidding me? They don't fucking know me very well.
Babylon system try break our way, but the righteous standing strong today. Words of the prophet still light the way. Peace in my heart when I kneel and pray.
In the silence I feel free.
Jaja whisper melody.
Every chain will fall away.
When love alone rule the day. From the mountain peak to the ocean shore. Children,
you know what a big part of it is, though? A big part of it is my issues, my disruption to my soul. It's a spiritual thing. And how the fuck do I get people they're so involved into the 3D to even begin to comprehend or absorb any of the information I'm going to tell them about the spiritual realm and spiritually? Like maybe I'm the one that's wrong because I'm not even attempting to talk to him about that. But how people that haven't even opened a book and I'm gonna open up a fucking encyclopedia and start reciting pages and numbers? It's like, come on, man. Like, even if they wanted to understand, it's like, how much can I dumb it down and still make it make sense? They're not going to. You know, it's fucking... You know, I'm a shaman. I take care of my temple. I'm very cautious of everything that I consume. Mentally, physically, and then I gotta do what? I gotta spray for fucking bed bugs and deal with these nasty fucking chemicals, and I gotta go do this, and I gotta do that. I'm sorry, I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna do that. I have to go lie to people and tell them I'm fixing a problem and blow smoke up their fucking ass, knowing damn well nothing's being resolved? Fuck that shit. When I know that nothing is being fucking done about it, I didn't sign up for that. If you told me that was the job description, I never would have taken that fucking job. I do not surround myself with that type of people, so why the flying fuck would I embody that? And for a fucking minuscule fucking paycheck, fuck all the way off.
Piece of my mind.
But how do you even begin to talk about people like that in the fucking 3D? They're like, get over it. Like, come on, that's what you're worried about? Well, yeah, that's what I'm fucking concerned about. That's what I care about. I care about my fucking temple. And so I never would have agreed to it. I never did agree to it. And I'm just supposed to conform and comply and just do it? No. Someone else can do that. Someone else that knowingly, willingly signs up to do that. I didn't sign up to do that.
Raise your horns high, let the whole world sing when the bass line drops. Hear the Vikings ring, we go viral, viral, spreading the sound from the icy north to every town. Feel that thunder when the speakers kick in. Everybody shout, viral Vikings. Stepped off the long ship, frost in the air, got the crowd going wild when they see us there. Runes on the jacket, gold in the chain, drop a heavy beat like a thunderstorm rain. Saga in the rhythm, legends in the flow. Old world power with a brand new glow. From the fjords to the feed, yeah, the clips go live. Every time we drop, the whole world vibe. Feel that beat, let it rise in your chest. Raise your horns, yeah, you know the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, let the Viking spirit roll. We the viral Vikings. Vikings lighting up the night from the long ship deck to the neon lights. Raise your horns high, let the whole world sing. When the bass line drops, hear the Vikings ring. We go viral, viral, spreading the sound from the icy north to every town. Feel that thunder when the speakers kick in. Everybody shout, viral Vikings. Move like a berserker when the beat goes hard. Scout on the mic, telling tales in bars. Turning every moment into history. Posting up legends for the world to see. From the festival crowd to the phone in your hand. Viking vibes spreading over the land. When the chorus hits, everybody jump in. Now the whole world moving like a Viking clan.
That's a big part of it too, though. You know, this is a small little town in the middle of fucking nowhere. A lot of people know each other, right? Well, when all the tourists are gone, there's not many people here. It's kind of hard not to know each other, especially when you spend enough time here, enough seasons. But how many people stay in the same place forever? You know, barely even move far away from where they were born. You know, but it's people want to understand. It's like I'm turning down promotions. I'm turning down this. I'm turning down things that other people wish for. And it's just being handed to me and I'm turning it down. And, you know, I probably could have denied it a little nicer. I wasn't really thinking at the time. It's just, you know, the owner made the offer to me and I shut it down right away because I knew it wasn't for me, right? But I probably could have said it a little nicer. But it's, you know, it's because I knew I'm not anchored in here. I'm not supposed to be anchored in here. I'm here, but I'm not anchored in here. You know, I don't tend to be anchored in here because to anchor in here would be, you know, to put my spiritual shit on the side to take on all those other burdens, which I don't want. I never wanted. It was never my intention. You know, this was a stepping place, a stopping point. It was just it's a point on the stage in my journey. It's not the end of it. You know what I mean? It's definitely not the end of it. It's not, you know, my story didn't start here and my story doesn't end here. This is part of my story. And it's like, it's not a chapter I want to write here as, could I? Easily. You know, and sometimes, you know, I have those thoughts like maybe I should have taken, you know, lead positions. Maybe I should have done that and invested myself into that. Then I have something to show for it because I'm struggling to fucking keep myself out of debt and keep myself afloat. And what? It's, you know, from outside perspective, people will look at my investments and they think it's really poor. I don't see anything poor about my investments because I invest into my health and I invest into others. And so, yeah, I mean, I've wasted a lot of money, you know, on drugs and women and all sorts of shit. And so I don't see the money, I see it as investment, which is as we should be looking at things anyways. And it's like when we spend money, we should be looking at it in the sense of like we're circulating it. Because when you circulate shit, what happens? It comes back to you. When you spend it, well, you're depleting it, right? But when you circulate it, it comes back. You know, but that's interesting too, though. A big part of it is just alignment. You know, I was thinking of earlier. It's a lot harder to come up with schemes. Well, not schemes. To come up with plans and work and execute them to come up with a lot of money quick. Normally, right? And it's like, why do I want the money though? I want the money so I can give back to others, right? So wouldn't it be easier for me to just find someone really rich that wouldn't mind me giving their money away? I mean, it kind of would too. You know, it wouldn't be my first time, you know, with the black card. Not my name on it, but hey, it was in my possession. I had free roam of it, right? But that was for work. You know, but this would be for work too. Doing God's work, right? And that would be a lot easier. So, but it's like, those are just some of the thoughts processes that I went in as I'm expanding my mind, as I'm expanding my, it has to come this way, it has to look this way. Because that's how we block a lot of shit. By expectations, expecting it to look a certain way, expecting it to come a certain way. And so it's, you know, what's interesting too, is like when you don't know how to go about a problem, or when you don't even know what the problem is exactly, what do? You have to start using process of elimination. So if I might not know what the issue is technically, but I can start pinpointing it, I can start locating it, I can start, and how do you pinpoint, how do you locate it? Well, by eliminating the parts that you know aren't the problem. But it takes evaluation. It's a process. And it's not normally fun and it's not normally quick, which is why most people back off the spiritual journey. and get caught up.
You don't need anyone's permission to shine. You don't need to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. Because how do you differentiate imperfection to perfection? Let's go. They say I'm average, cool. Let them talk, let them laugh. It's not my job to convince them to see how powerful I can be. They don't have to see the late nights and crack dance.
It's not your job to show them anything. You know what's interesting too is, what I was thinking about earlier, is I don't explain myself to anyone because, one, I'm not obligated to. I don't know anyone's shit. And why else don't I do it too, though? Partially because I automatically, I as much as I don't like to judge, I kind of am through speaking with someone, I start evaluating at what level of consciousness you're at. And through the interaction with you, I can learn how I start throwing feelers out there. I start throwing words out there. I start throwing things out there to see if you're going to pick up on it. Because that lets me know how deep I can go. Right? But how deep are we going to dig in and go? When do we stop? When do we stop shining? At what point? At one point do we go, yeah, I'm bright enough? We shouldn't. You know what I mean? We always give thanks and appreciation, but that's it? That's all you got? I thought I could be brighter. These watts are pretty weak. Let's amp that up a bit. Well, that's interesting too. Asking you shall receive, right? And what happens when you ask for that? Oh, life sends you challenges. Life sends you tests. Because asking you shall receive. You wanted a brighter light? You wanted to be stronger? You wanted to be this? You wanted to be that? Here's the trials. Don't talk about it, be about it. Put your money where your fucking mouth is. Let's go. That's what life is going to say. That's what life's going to say. That's what life's going to say. You're childish. It was interesting too. It's like, that false programming. You know what I mean? It's the people that have no vision, have no dreams, are the first ones to shoot down your dreams and your vision. But what is that? It's a projection. But what else is that? It's they're blinded by the shining of your light. But I'm seeing like people like throwing mud on a diamond. But why would you throw mud on a diamond? Either if you don't know its value, or if you're jealous of its value. But knowing our value, knowing the work that we put in. But it's also a heavy sense of, what is that feeling? It's just, it's not a care though. Because it's like, I earned this. I deserve this. So you want to hate, you want to run your mouth, you want to talk your shit. Okay, that's fine. But you're going to be doing it over there. But that's why they would be anyways. Well, no, that's not true. A lot of times they'd be doing that in our own circles. But it's the people around us that fake celebrate. Just like some people go to work and they pretend to work. Some people around us just pretend to be happy when good things happen for us. But it's inspiration. We're supposed to, jealousy is a hindrance. Jealousy is the chain. Jealousy is what holding you back. But we look at other people to be inspired by them. Well, okay. Well, when you go about things jealously, what are you going to do? You're jealous of what they have, but why? And probably, odds are, what you would choose to do with that are probably a good reason why you don't have that. It's worthiness. But that's interesting too, worthiness. A lot of times, self-worth. People don't have self-worth. Inspiring people to have their own self-worth. But it's interesting too is respect. Respecting ourselves. Do you respect yourself? Oh, yeah. A lot of people are probably going to say yes, but so I want you to sit back and look at your actions. Does your action, you can vocally say that, but do your actions state that? Do your actions say that I demand respect? But that's how we carry ourselves. How we carry ourselves. How we carry ourselves. But it's not just how we carry. Well, it's interesting too, how we carry ourselves. But what is carrying ourselves? How we carry our burdens, how we carry our struggles, how we carry our trials, how we carry things. What's interesting too, though? I got this lazy old guy at work. To an untrained eye, he's really good at looking exhausted. He's just old and broken and lazy. You know what I mean? But he's really good at looking like he does shit. You just gotta complain a lot and moan and lope around and go slow, right? That's not in my character. It's not in my nature. So even when I'm tired and this and that, I still run fucking circles around him, even on his best day. And that's when he's trying, not because he's feeling good. It's when he's actually trying and ambitious, which is rare. Something about ambition, rarity. But it's, so many people will be able to see, especially like at work or our friends, they'll be able to see how we can be multifaceted, right? They'll be able to see all of our different skills, if they've been around us long enough, right? It's like, damn, you know that too? And it's like, where was that going? Where was that going? I don't know. I lost it.
Watch truth get mocked by the mousy maids. Stood across stands higher than the games they played. I got questions, I don't dress up clean. I got thoughts that wrestle with the things unseen, but I won't call darkness my in-between. When the blood says wash, that means washed, redeemed. Not by my record, not by my words, not by the good I can stack on earth. Christ paid death from the day of birth. Now the new man walks while the old man hurts. I'm still standing, not because I'm strong. I'm still breathing, cause you held on. My faith got weak and my sight went wrong. You withstood the rock I was leaning on. I'm still standing, scars in my hands, feet in the fire, but I won't bow to man. If the night gets loud, let the whole earth know I belong to the Lord and I won't.
What's really interesting about that? What's really interesting about that card right there? That bottom word, you spell that backwards, it's live. The middle one's on. The top one, I haven't came to a conclusion on that one yet. But it's interesting too, it's live on. Hear no evil. When you hold yourself accountable, what can anyone say, right or wrong, lie or truth, what could anyone say that could really hurt us, that could really affect us? Well, it shouldn't be anything. I'm getting the energy of like a past, right? And we can't, there's nothing we can do about the past except for learn from it. Learn from it, that's all we can do. We can't change it. Learn from it. Accountability, acceptance. That was a version of me. I did those things. Probably not proud of it, but yep, sure did. That was me. But at the same time, I've forgiven myself. The Most High has forgiven me. And so it's like, when you want to sit here and cast blame and throw stones while living in a glass house, I'm living on. That's what it is. I'm living on.
knows he don't lose shit and he won't let go.
When I was born, mama gave me to the voodoo priest. Said this child is cursed, he ain't never gonna be shit. Old school New Orleans didn't give a fuck, so they put a spell on me that the hood would always love. Started with my first breath, ain't even have a name yet. Then a witch doctor gave me a hex. He took a sharp knife, pricked my little finger. Blood dripped down, the magic began. Said this child is cursed, life is gonna be hell. So the pain won't be too bad, we gonna make him rich as well. Gave me a fat charm, mama tied it to my arm with a black silk thread. Couldn't break it if I wanted, couldn't get out if I tried. I've been cursed all my life, I've been in a nightmare I can't wake up from. There's no end in sight, every day I die. I've been in a nightmare, life is so fucked up. In a nightmare, they call this living lavishly. I was raised in the streets, grills, gold teeth, 34 car, gold chains. I gave your mama a wedding ring, she'll get back while you're creeping all up on me. I'm cursed, voodoo baby since the birth. To horns on my head, they say I'm the ruler of this earth. Black Nike, smoke rims, chromed out bins, blue and red. Lights out my rear end. Black magic, born in low school, shine it up from Texas all the way. Driving high with my Lexus, decide smack this bitch, spit, sit down, suck on this blip, blip, pop, pop. 3 shots ring in my ear, bullets in my rear, red stained streets, blood drops like graffiti paint. You a picture of the voodoo spell, black magic hell. Welcome to my life, they call this living lavishly. Come with me little baby, yes your majesty. Elevator doors all the way down, deep underground. It's an honor if just down, listen to the sound of the trumpets. Baby that's easy, let me lay it down. Relax little angel, you're with me now. Voodoo baby cast a spell, black magic tales. Tales from the crypt. Secrets are for keepers, they pissed off the reaper. Dark sky, no eyes, you're messing with the player, yeah. I'm coming, they running heavy with the load. The ground beneath starts to sink, then later explodes. Darkness froze, they call this living lavishly. Welcome to my life, they call this living lavishly. Come with me little baby, yes your majesty. Elevator doors all the way down, deep underground. It's an honor if just down, listen to the sound of the trumpets. Baby that's easy, let me lay it down. Relax little angel, you're with me now. Voodoo baby cast a spell, black magic tales. Tales from the crypt. Secrets are for keepers, they pissed off the reaper. Dark sky, no eyes, you're messing with the player, yeah. I'm coming, they running heavy with the load. The ground beneath starts to sink, then later explodes. Darkness froze, tears rained down. They call this living lavishly. They call this living lavishly, oh.
sleep. Ships lay, ghosts of men who sailed away. Stories carved in aging stone. Now I walk this world alone. Fires once lit the northern sky, now just ash and quiet nights. Songs we sang are fading slow. No one left to know. I'm the last of a dying name, born in fire, raised in flame. All my brothers gone the same. I'm the last who still remains. I'm the last to carry on. Everything we build is gone. Time moves fast.
You know, everything we build. You know, manifestations, birth, feminine energy, female energy, redneck country. Same as, you know, Northland. It's shifting consciousness, raising your consciousness. You know, but what happens when you raise your consciousness? You know, you're no longer acting in masculine energy in the sense of forcing things. Because it's the realization that anything forced is unnatural. And anything unnatural is bound for failure. And so instead, we fucking... It's just you submit to the flow of the universe. Which doesn't make any sense most of the time. Other than it feels right. But if it feels right, then it is right. You know, but if it doesn't feel right, it ain't right. Stop ignoring that.
Last to wear the name. Our way, still I'll carry it to grave. Not for glory, not for fame, just to keep the flame. I'm the last of a dying name. Hear the echo when I say it. All the past I can't reclaim. Still I stand and face it. I'm the last who walks this road with a story left untold. When I'm gone there'll be no trace of the Viking race.
My good heart is not for praise. Ay. My open hand is not a stage. Ay. I give and I forget the day. I don't keep score, I let it fade. Ay. I was born with grace in my veins. Quiet like that, never fades. I don't expect a thing back because the universe repays.
You know, the quiet light that doesn't fade. You know, it's the Bible story. It's the story in the Bible. I forget which story it is. It's I believe there were prophets that were in the cell, and they were rejoicing. They were singing praise to the Most High, because even in the heat of the chaos, in the prison cells, surrounded by probably murderers, other people waiting to get their axe, and what were they doing? giving praise, giving thanks. They drastically underestimated your ability to stay calm in the storms. It's also kind of given the energy that they drastically underestimated you just don't give a fuck. It's like, yeah, it's like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, you know what I mean? But it's like being worried about something that happens in a dream, but you know that you're dreaming. It's like, oh no, don't do that. I might wake up and be fine after this. But that's it. Wake up and be fine after this. But it's the cleansing. It's the constant, that's why we constantly stay cleansing ourselves. Because, well, you know what? It's really easy to get absorbed into the chaos. How? By not taking the time to make your spiritual shit a priority. That's how you get consumed with the chaos. It's gonna, everything around you is gonna, I don't have time to do that. I don't have this to do that. It's gonna have if you want excuses, you're gonna find them. You're gonna have a plethora of them. You're not really gonna have to search hard. They're gonna keep coming to you. But seeking you shall find. If you seek excuses, you're gonna find them. But if you seek the strength to persevere through, you're gonna find that as well. What are you seeking?
Leaves a trail of the dead. Storm in my veins, see the sky split wide. I was born in the clash with the gods collide. No crown on my head, no chain on my soul. Only fire in my heart and the need for control. Steel never lies and the weak won't last. Every scar is a shadow of battles past. If I fall, let the thunder descend. I break in the war, then I rise again.
Feel it burn like a flame in the night. Through the cold, through the pain, we ignite. No fear, no chains, we defend till the end. From the edge of the dark, we ascend, we ascend.
Flames in the sky,
Hear the war drums roar. Born in the fire with the myth and the lore. Stand in the storm, yeah, we live for the fight. We don't fall.
we ignite.
Blaze in the sky, let the echoes resound. Shake every king, bring their empires down. Live by the flame, never fade from the light. We don't break.
We ignite.
Frost on my skin, but my heart burns gold. Raised in the silence, fierce and cold. Queen of the storm, I don't kneel, don't pray. I take what is mine, I don't wait, I don't stay. Voices of ghosts in the wind I hear. Every loss turned to power, not fear. Love was a war that I chose to survive. Now I carry the fire that keeps me alive.
Ravens above as I step through the flame. Carve every victory into my name. If I bleed, let it water the ground. I rise from the ashes unbroken, unbound. Blood, fire, battle-born rage. No gods, no kings, we break the cage.
Through shadow and storm, we claim the right. From dust into flame,
We rise, we fight.
flames in the sky. Hear the war drums roar. Born in the fire with the myth and the lore. Stand in the storm, yeah, we live for the fight. We don't fall.
We ignite.
Flames in the sky, let the echoes resound. Shake every king, bring their empires down.
Live by the flame.
Never fade from the light. We don't break.
We ignite. Remembering fire.
Carry my name.
Remember the storm.
Remember the flame.
I never left. I just waited. The king is back. SBK. I'm back in the game, no fear. The vision is sharp and clear. I'm back and it's on my time. Steady and ready to climb. I'm back for the crown, no doubt. I know what this life is about. I'm back with the power of the soul. Back in complete control. Quiet
my mind, heavy chest, put the critics to the rest, to the rest. I don't talk, I just test, giving the world my best. They whispered I plan, build my house on the sand, built on the rock I stand, the strongest man in the land.
It's the strongest man in the land. Your spiritual ranking scares them. But it's not just you. It's not just you. You know, your spirit team. You know, this whole covenant, they're shaking in their spiritual boots. And it's given heavy on the faith around and find the fuck out.
Stand up, 8. I am the master of fate, of fate. I don't complain, I create. Open the lock on the gate. Let them talk, let them judge. I don't even hold a grudge. Nope. Too busy winning to budge. Moving the mountain enough. Solid as stone cold as ice. Pay the full, heavy price. Won't tell you once or twice.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? He talked about moving mountains. You know, they say that, you know, with faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. And, you know, what I've said for a while is, you know, what did I say? I don't know, something along the lines of, if faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains, then I can move whole universes. I can. You know, with my faith. You know, control of our mind. You know, your mind's a battlefield. You can either be its commander or be its soldier. And if you're the soldier, you've already lost the battles. You know, but Psalms 91, 1,000 may fall at my side and 10,000 by my right. You know, weapons will be formed over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But guess what? They will not prosper over and over and over and over and over and over. But they'll still be formed. They will be formed, and in an abundance. You know what is interesting too? Abundance. You know, having exactly what we need. And what is that? Exactly what we need to learn the lesson. You know, so quick are we to, you know, to cast judgment and blame others and, oh, what they did to me. It's, well, here's a crazy thought. What if you had a contract with them and you signed up to it? You spiritually agreed to it so you would learn that lesson. What if? What if? You know, what if instead of being pissed off so quickly at other people's actions, you know, do we ever stop and think, what could this possibly teach me? What do I have to learn from this? You know, first off, if you think there's nothing you have to learn from it, well, that's probably your mistake right there. You know, but there's always more to learn. You know, it's funny, it's some things, some situations, you wouldn't think that you'd be able to find any more lessons in them. And not from lack of looking, because we learn to look. You know, but at different levels of consciousness, you know, we never know. You never know.
When a deeper part wakes up in me, when my soul asks gently to be, I ask which strength wants room to rise, which light is ready to open my eyes. Every focus, emotion, insight, every shift in my inner life builds the world that responds to my way, shapes the life that meets me each day. Nothing outside commands who I am, I decide. That's my power, my stand, my experience.
Nothing outside of me dictates your life. You know, but it's alignment. You know, spiritual alignment, conscious alignment, you know, our blessings, our luck, you know, but it's, you know what the truth is, like, the truth could be many things, many things. You know, but rarely ever does someone ever look at life fucking them raw and say, wow, I am so lucky. I am so thankful. This is awesome. Rarely ever do we do that. at the time, in the moment. But after time, when we go back and reflect, we should be able to see the lessons that were taught, the lessons that were learned. And for that reason alone, we give thanks. Because, hey, I don't want to fucking do that shit again. That wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy it. So guess what? I'm going to make damn sure I learned my lesson. And yeah, I'm going to call that right there. But thanks for tapping in. Thanks for your likes, your shares, your comments. Thank you for the exchange of energy. And until next time.